woman does not emerge from a man's rib, not ever. It is he who emerges from her womb, Nazagabani. Once we reigned as queens, embodying strength and grace, a force of harmony across galaxies, our presence, our words, our thoughts, life-giving, unifying, nourishing. It was known that a nation can rise no higher than its women, for to uplift the original goddess is to uplift the world. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ashley Kweche, and welcome to The State of Us. I'm super duper excited for this series and for this episode. This is a podcast for the redefiners, for the curious, for the seekers of truth, and for the youth to reclaim our African history and take it to the future. Today we have my best friend Ansha, who is going to open the series, this podcast with me. And why I chose her was not only because she's my closest friend, but because of her brain, the way that she thinks, her ideas, the way that she chooses to redefine reality, to look at African history without shame and without rose-colored glasses, and to truly choose to bring it into the future with us. So I'm honored to welcome Ansha on The State of Us.
I'm honored to be here.
Girl.
Hello, girl.
How are you feeling?
I feel really good. I feel excited, and I'm happy that we're starting this journey.
Yeah, we're about to, like we said before, we were about to trigger some people, because I think it's through triggering people that people can grow.
It's how they wake up, man.
Exactly. So without any further ado, let's get into the discussion. If you heard the first stanza of my poem, which is called Mother of Civilization, that's what we're talking about today. We're going to the foundation of everything in life, which is the Black woman. And I think we have this distortion in reality because the Black woman is not where she was meant to be. She's at the bottom of the list.
Of the pyramid.
Yeah, of the brim, when she was supposed to be on top. Where did things get lost, and why is it important for us as the youth to take the knowledge of who Black women were before colonization and bring it to the present so that we can take it to the future? But yeah, Ansha, so I want you to tell us about your awakening to this journey as a divine feminine, as a Black woman, as an African woman, and tell us about the awakening and then why you chose to embody it.
Yeah. So I feel like round about when I was 16, I started smoking weed then as well. But it felt like for the first time, I felt like me. I felt like I woke up. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, I was going through a really rough time, and I think I was tired enough to wake up into a new state of mind, right? Like the old program in my mind was just too much for my own body to handle. And so that led me to forcefully just see a new perspective. I've always been very curious. And so that just made me take the curiosity more serious. And I started to question everything and what I believe about everything. And wherever all those journeys took me, it all led to a woman and to Black people, hence a Black woman. But yes, I started to investigate more on who God is. So my journey right now is uncovering the truth of reality, of everything. I've always been very God-centered.
Yeah.
So much so that I want to like sieve out what isn't God. And it led me to a woman, man. It led me to the mother. And it only makes sense, right? Like, who did we all come from? We come from our mothers. The fact that we exist in our grandmother, because like literally your mom, while in the womb of your grandmother, has you as an egg within her. Like we exist within our mothers. So it would naturally take me back to there. And I started to, I'm on a journey of embodying it and learning, but I can't go back, so I have no choice but to embody whatever I do know and whatever I do feel, whatever relationship I build So yeah.
I love that. I love that, Ansha. And why I also chose you to come on the podcast, like I said, is because she's reading a book called The Great Cosmic Mother. I'm reading it myself as well, but it's such a thick book. I'm not done, but she just finished it. So I'm like, okay, you have all the knowledge. That book has so many juices that I pulled knowledge out of. And I want you to tell me how that book changed your perspective on just the patriarchal world that we live in, and how you saw fault in that. So tell me about like when you kind of awakened, like when you saw like, oh my God, like this is wrong and that is wrong. So tell me about what that book shows you that was wrong about the society that we live in currently. Yeah.
So the main thing that book showed me is that it could all be connected, and that there was a time when it was all connected. And what I mean by this is politics, religion, your personal life, your work life, it is all separate. Everything is very separate. There's a section for everything. But the book made me realize like, oh, apparently there was a time in existence where it was all intertwined, where people's everyday work was connected to their philosophy, connected to their relationship with God, the politics they followed, connected to their philosophy and their relationship with God, and they saw results. They prayed for rain and it rained immediately, right?
Yeah.
The book also showed me that where we think we come from controls the boundaries of where we think we can go. A lot of people think that we are the most civilized and the most intelligent society, like human society, but there were human societies before us.
Definitely.
Exactly. We're the seventh, actually. There were 6 societies before us. What did they believe? Because they rose to power so greatly and they fell down. But yeah, we come from greatness. We do not come from just apes that couldn't think. We did not come from sin, like Christianity will have you believe. We actually come from divinity. Finding out the true beginning, that's difficult. But at least getting clues on where we began.
Yeah.
And where we began was a society that was matriarchal and matrilineal. Yeah. So, that's the most eye-opening thing. Because now in my personal life, I want everything to be connected. And that can only happen when things are more matriarchal, I believe.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, I love that you said there was this interconnectedness and we had this intelligence. And when you look back, you see a lot of, especially, I'm a proud African. I will mention that we had the mathematics, we made the pyramids, we did that. Supernatural, you know what I mean? So it's not that the society, colonialism is the reason that we are smart, or we were always smart. We were always smart.
So what happened?
So exactly. And why I have this obsession with pre-colonial times is because I'm thinking to myself, the distortion that we're living in today, you know what I mean? Now that women were put to the bottom, and we were once the leaders.
We were.
From your perspective, how have we shown up differently, than our true essence? Yeah.
How have we shown up differently? So I was having a conversation at work with my colleagues, and we were just discussing how it's amazing how men have the pressure to provide and lead, but women naturally do that. We naturally what needs to be done? Let's go and do it. But yeah, I think we've been sold a dream, right? Like every illusion begins with being sold a dream, being sold the idea that, this is a better option than what you're already doing. I think we've been sold the dream of, wait, you do not have to worry about the big things. What if this guy did it for you? So we've been sold the dream that the highest essence of femininity is to be passive. Right? And so we show up passive. Even when we're leaders, we kind of want a man to be in the forefront.
Yeah.
Because we've been told that women are just there to look pretty and be relaxed and be passive. And like, I get that. Like, a woman is most powerful in her state of relaxation.
Yeah.
But passivity, in the way it's been sold, is actually not that natural to us. Women have more of a sense of urgency. We just do. Like,
Yeah, it's
for the most part.
You see mothers naturally show up. And,
right?
you know, because there's a rise of single moms and women that were hurt by males and then they have to do things by themselves.
Yeah.
You can see a mom, she has nothing. Like, and the child is like, okay, I want to go to school, I want to go to university. The mom will make a plan for that child to go to school.
Work.
She will literally bring that forth and to existence. So it reminded me of our power, and it doesn't lie in passivity and just looking beautiful. I think what was sold to me, I remember, was a thing of, okay, Ash, like, woman, it's to be beautiful and then you have to find your husband and da-da-da. But I think it made me lose my true power that we all have as women in our wombs. So I remember that I went out searching for that power, like, okay, like, not even for that power, but for that to be chosen, because it felt like as a woman I had to be chosen by God or chosen by a man, and please can you know. But then when I remembered that as a woman, that power was internal. You know, we are the givers of life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I have
everything
something to say on that.
Yes, please.
So I feel the reason why human society as a whole has fallen as well is because they kind of told us, yo, you don't have to lead. Go find your leader, right? Give your life to something else. Give your life to Jesus, right? And if you want to oppress the part of humanity that was the most powerful, you need to make them believe that they need to do that more than anybody else. So they told a man, they told people, you don't have to worry, you don't have to be active. You can just pray about it. You don't actually have to actively go out for it. Like, sure, you should, but don't do that much. It's in God's hands, right? And so now it's like, shit, we not the creators, so we're giving it away. Whereas with the women, they're like, and you, nah, even less so. Go out there and find your leader. By telling us to find a man and by making us think that our existence is meant to persuade men and that we should be beautiful in every single way and constantly be deserving of being chosen. Like, they're telling us to go and find your leader. You don't have to lead your life. Go find your leader. Go find the person you'll support as they lead, right?
Go find the head.
Go find the head. Don't use this head. Go find another head.
No, just go find another head.
Yeah.
Don't use yours. And soon in that, you're going to have your little world where you have to use your brain under this person's.
Under this person.
You know?
Whereas if they told a woman, go and find yourself. Like, imagine if we found the leaders within us. We would not now be looking for a leader to lead our lives. We'd be looking for a partner to match the way we lead our lives, you know?
This is why I love Ansha. You'd be finding a partner. And I think in finding a partner, it's now a team. Now we're working as a team. You have, and I think and I don't want people to get this thing that I view women as more powerful than men. I don't. I think men have their role. There's a divine masculine. But because women are not living as divine feminines, we cannot even manifest the divine masculine.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So the journey is for women, and for the world to change, the woman has to change first. So a lot of people feel like, we have to change the men. The men need to change. But it's like, okay, woman, do you understand how much power you have? You are the creator of life. You know what I mean? And in that, you just changing naturally, you are giving birth to change within the masculine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I know for me, it was, I remember growing up, I was seeking for that power, like I said, externally so much that I lost touch of my authentic self.
Yeah.
And I was going astray until I awakened to the divine feminine knowledge. And that's when everything shifted. I was like, oh, God is not there. God is here.
God isn't here, man.
God is here.
God is here.
You know? And I remember what it did for me was it made me found this eternal power that I never knew existed. And I think as a woman, there is so much power that lies within you and so much can manifest from that power.
Yeah.
And I think in the world you are seeking to be admired, desired, so that you have this, I don't know, I don't know, to be honest. I don't want to speak for people, but I think the true power lies in a woman recognizing herself, and then that's when your true reality can be birthed.
Yeah.
I don't know, what are you thinking from that?
I think that's dead straight, man. Because it's like, what do you mean if I choose to higher my standard, then the men I procreate with, you know, their genes will pass down to my son, and it will only have better sons. Like, we literally control the trajectory of humanity if we can have enough self-worth to choose better partners. So it really is in our hands. I feel, because the woman has fallen, how can the divine masculine flourish if we are being oppressed? And like, so many men have believed, or have been led to believe, even if it's just subconscious, that their power lies in the way that they trap a woman into their little corner. But it actually lies in the way that you dance with her. You don't have to restrict her movement. You don't have to restrict her power. It works better when it's together, you know? Yeah.
I love that so much, Ansha. And I think I love that we joined in the idea of the divine masculine as well to the conversation, because we do need that balance. And I think in us talking about the awakening of the divine feminine, it's not to put down the masculine or to shame women, but it's to bring women to rise into her divinity, so that men can rise in their divinity, and we can have a divine union and divine love, which love is my conversation. And we're going to come to that. We are. So I think, to just cut off the first episode, what are you going to leave the people with regarding just the idea of awakening to the divine feminine in women? Why would you encourage another youth, women, to awaken the divine feminine within her and to also reclaim her Africanness?
Honestly, I feel it is truth. And the thing about truth is that it doesn't need much more than for you to just like put your attention on it and cut away what is not true. I think whatever has always been true from the beginning reflects itself now. You will see what was true now because it continues to happen. So when we get told that we birthed from a man's rib, but then you open your eyes, you look around you, and you see that women are birthing the men from their womb, there's some truth in the fact that that is what prevails. Perhaps that is where it began. So I think a lot of people want to believe things. They walk as if they believe it, but they don't actually know for a fact if they believe it. So I think just making yourself realize what you truly believe in a sense of, do I really believe that? I mean, if you, like, what do you see out here?
That's real, though. That's
and
real.
Just question things.
Stay curious
and question
open.
things, right? And then the truth will shine itself. You just need to get rid of the light blocking it, you know.
And I think to add on to that, because people be like, what is truth? And why do you feel like you know truth? And I want to end off by saying that for me, I think truth is, you feel it. Like you feel it here. Like when you hear knowledge and it literally gives you a bit of goosebumps, it feels true. It shouldn't just sound like the right thing because you see it every day and you hear people talk about it every day, that you are so indoctrinated to believe it. Question things, be curious, and just listen to your body and hear how does your body respond to the knowledge. And I think that is where your reality can begin.
Yes, ma'am.
So thank you so much, Ansha, for coming onto my first podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for the knowledge. This is a journey. We are definitely going to continue growing, talking about the divine feminine, awakening African Black women to reclaim their power and to reclaim their history and make it beautiful and cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you so much for watching The State of Us, and I hope to see you guys again soon.
Bye.
Bye.